Alright, what's up guys? We are demoing the Perseus 16mm Gen 4 today. Alright, let's get it going. Alright guys, what's up? Dink here. I'm super excited to bring you guys this review. I know it's been kind of anticipated in some of my comments from my Agassi review, but here we go. Big thing I think for me, it's comparing it to a Gen 3S Perseus, right? It's the younger brother, new and improved. You might say. I think, on paper, officially, it's just that inclusion of that TFP technology, a little bit extra foam to support the core towards the bottom near the throat area. Gotta say, love the new aesthetic of the paddle. I know it's been a little hit and miss for some people, but I personally love it. I like how they're going with the red. I think the teal was a little overplayed. Just wasn't mean, wasn't sharp, but this new kind of white, black, and red vibe that they have going, I think it's super cool. I'm excited to see how the new shapes are going to come out also. I'm excited to try out the Magnus, the Hyperion. Kind of up in the air with the Scorpius, but that's just me. Never been a big fan of that square paddle, but let's get into it. In these clips, I'm just trying out this paddle for the very first time, kind of testing the limits on how much spin I can put, how my dinks feel, and kind of overall feel of the paddle. I was really excited to just get on court and get some hits in with my buddy Evan and my buddy Vincent here. So dinks were not the best, but again, just, fresh feel off the paddle. I definitely feel the plushness on this paddle. It sits on that paddle a little longer. I know my friends are tired of me talking about the dwell time and how much I love it, but just having that confidence going into dinking battles and knowing that that ball is a lot more controllable for me. I'm definitely not the player that has a ton of control when I'm playing pickleball, so being able to have that confidence definitely makes a big deal for me. Talking about kind of just net game in general, I did some drilling today with one of my buddies, and being able to control these dinks and set up easier volleys and putaways definitely is a huge difference in me, not just on a physical standpoint, but just having more confidence in doing so. I know it wasn't great for me for every shot, but just being able to feel that I can set up and kind of shift over to put some of these balls away definitely helps me a lot. And then I felt like I was able to set up my partners a lot too, just hitting more aggressive dinks, keeping them back, and just with that increased dwell time, I feel like I'm able to keep that ball a little lower, forcing my opponents off the line a little bit. They end up popping it up, and it's good night for them. So if you haven't tried this paddle yet, highly, highly, highly recommend you guys try this paddle. Just a quick little dive into how I feel compared to the Agassi. I will be doing a whole, comparison video between the two, but I would say the Perseus is definitely more of the all-around paddle. I'd say the Agassi Pro feels closer to more of a tennis racket, for lack of better comparison. Just being able to drive a little more confident with the Agassi, but with the Perseus, I'm able to drop. I'm a little more confident, able to counter and dink a little bit more. I did feel like my serving was more aggressive with the Agassi, but that's not to say I didn't serve well with this paddle as well. I did a little bit of drilling again, like I said, and I felt like I'm able to kind of punch through the ball a little more than I did with the 3S. Just knowing that I'm able to pocket the ball better and have more spin, just getting more confident to actually swing through the ball a little harder. Comparing it to the 3S, I felt like oftentimes I had to just tee off and hit it flat in order to hit a winner. But the amount of spin I feel like I've been able to generate these last few days with the Perseus Gen 4, I'm able to still keep my opponents back a lot, and it almost kicks up at them a little more with the amount of spin I've been generating. So that's always very good news to hear. I don't know what YOLA's doing over at the R&D department, but whatever it is, keep it up. But like I said, YOLA doesn't pay me to make these videos. I do it purely for fun. So, I hope these reviews help you guys find the right paddle for you guys moving forward. I think the big question on my mind is, how are these paddles going to last long term? I know I went through my fair share of Gen 3S's, and I know a couple of my customers did as well. So, I think I will be doing a kind of 2-month, 3-month review and kind of seeing how well my paddle lasted. I do put some lead weights on my paddle. I'm playing about 9.5, 9.6 on this current paddle here. So, what else is there? Talking about drives here, right? Being able to have that confidence to kind of spin that ball heavier is a big game changer. I think sometimes with that 3S, I was kind of nervous hitting drives. Even my buddy Evan, he's the one in the black pants in the video here. You know, he said to me the other day, "Oh, Brandon, everyone talks about your drives all the time, but you're probably a better dropper than you hit drives." You know, I end up missing a lot of drives, and I think part of it is, you know, with the 3S, I was kind of forcing myself to flatten out a lot of my shots that they'd barely go over the net. But, you know, with this Gen 4 tech, I feel like I'm able to kind of have a lot of clearance over the net while keeping that ball in, while keeping the ball deep. I think that is a deadly combination in pickleball. Just being able to kind of pull the trigger from any point of the court, I think definitely makes you a more serious contender. I wasn't as limited. I think with the 3S, oftentimes I just pull the trigger closer to the baseline just because I didn't have that confidence kind of mid-court to attack some of these shots. But now that I feel like I don't have to flatten it out as much, I'm a lot more confident in doing so. But overall, I would say the Perseus is a very good all-around paddle. It's not the best drive paddle. It's not the most control paddle, but, you know, it does everything so well. You know, if I had to rate everything, I'd say, you know, on a power level, I'd say it's definitely toned down a little bit from the 3S. I'd give it about an 8.5 in terms of power, but the spin, I'd give it a strong 9, 9.5. Overall control, so similar. I'd probably give it around a 9 out of 10. And I'm getting super excited to kind of keep playing with this paddle and see, you know, as it kind of opens up a little more with the break-in, how that's going to contribute to my own pickleball game. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna sign off here so I can start working on some other videos for you guys to watch. But I hope you guys like and subscribe and comment down below what you guys want to see next. Definitely helps me a lot when you guys subscribe and kind of keeps me motivated to keep making videos here so you guys can see what's out there in the pickleball world. If there's nothing else, that's the Dink. I hope you guys think around and find out. Peace.